Alpha Turd Entertainment. What is going on, guys? Steve here from Alpha Nerd Entertainment. Today I'm doing a no-death run of Out of This World for the Sega Genesis. As I slowly swim my way out of the water there, just to show those tentacles climbing up to get you. One of the many ways you can die in this game is I have a space bear overlooking me in the distance. This game is incredibly iconic. It is a masterpiece, and I think it's pretty underrated. Now, it has a large cult following, and I'm glad that it does, because those of us who took the time to play this game and bear with its kind of stiff and clunky, awkward controls, slow pacing, and, confusing to learn on your own game, we all come to discover a very rewarding game to play and beat. By Delphine Software, the same people that brought you Flashback, it's the fucking Space Bear! Run! Fell down, fucking Space Bear. Come on, Lester Knight, grab that vine! This was so epic as a kid to learn. Now we're running from that fucking Space Bear. We killed all those space leeches. Oh, we're running. Look, it's coming for me. It's coming. What's this? Fucking Tusken Raiders. They just killed the Space Bear. Hello, I'm Lester Knight. I'm from planet Earth. I like your hoodie. Oh. Tell me it was all just a dream. Oh. Just let me be at home in my computer. Oh. What's this? Is that the woman of my dreams? No, it's just a hairless space ape. I'm in a cage with a hairless space ape when 5 minutes ago I was just at home in front of my computer. I was driving my Ferrari like 20 minutes ago. Oh God, what am I doing in this hell? Alright, well I guess we gotta rock our way out of this cage now. I love this guy down below. Rooster. I like how that little dude shows up to just witness it, and then he pieces out as soon as he sees the cage hit him. My Sharona! This game's super iconic. It's really good. Now, as a kid, it was pretty frustrating, but I remember a lot of us were really intrigued by this game because it was just so significantly different than anything we ever saw or played. I played this just a little bit before Flashback, which were both very unique and very different. Paced, so much different from any kind of Mario, Zelda, Sonic, different than any kind of Pac-Man game we would have played in the 80s or Dig Dug, and, just so different than Super Mario World and Revenge of Shinobi, Ninja Gaiden, just significantly different. And though we found it sluggish and confusing and often kind of boring, it did pull us in because we wanted to learn what to do. Like, I remember when we learned what to do here, and, we would panic and freak out because we were just kids, and this part I included on purpose. I didn't have to go up here. You don't have to come up here. You don't need to look out this window, but I do because it paints a picture of what's happening to Lester Knight as he's in this world. As he looks out and gazes over this enclosed city inside of a mountain, realizing it's some kind of prison. He's just trying to make sense of where he is. It's just a great subtlety that I always enjoy stopping and looking at, despite it being a waste of time. No speedrunners will ever stop and show you that part because it just adds time to their run. Understandably so. Here we come up to a kind of a difficult spot, in all honesty. As you press through here to the next screen, you must be very, very, very fast. If you are anything but very, very fast. If you're very fast, you'll kill each other. You have to be very, very fast to take him out. Then shoot the little laser that will keep this guy in the bottom locked in. Super important. Now, I know some speedrunners can hop away because they know some tricks and glitches, but I don't do tricks and I don't do glitches. Well, I like tricks, but I actually do a neat trick I recently discovered later on in this playthrough. But yeah, I remember as a kid that it was hard to get here because I'd run forward and that guy would kill me. This part, for a no death run, this is a tough spot. For me, it's easy now, but I had to learn the patience, learn the timing, but more importantly, learning the patience. You move slightly too quick, that steam's going to insta-kill you. Everything in this game insta-kills you other than drowning. Drowning is the only thing that takes a bit of time to take you out. Everything else, insta-kills, Dunsky. You roll too quickly into this steam and it's over. So I do kind of want to talk about the differences between the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Now, doing a little pause trick. I mentioned tricks. Helps with the timing. A couple quick pauses, watch that steam, unpause, roll. Now, this is a perfect game for console wars to do, in my opinion. Because even though the Sega Genesis version is the version you want to play, and it is definitely better than the Super Nintendo, as far as presentation and sound goes, the Super Nintendo definitely wins. Its audio is better, its presentation's way better. The music is just a little louder and a little cleaner, so I like the twang. There's parts of the music in the Genesis I prefer because of that reverb and twangy bass, if you will. But the Super Nintendo's music is definitely better. Like this scene, it shows you more of that place. Love the foreground graphics there as your buddy runs by as he's being gunned down. It's a very unique, great experience. Definitely requires patience to learn. It's a very pixel perfect game as well. A lot of the jumps for a newer player or even an average player, speedrunners have it down to a science, but again, their moves are still pixel perfect. I do pixel perfect moves as well. I just do them slowly, just to be safe and cautious. Gotta hop along there. If you don't hop, you're dead. So yes, the Super Nintendo, definitely better sound, definitely better presentation. Graphics are identical, so it would make for a good episode for Console Wars, but what makes this version so much better is that it runs proper. The Super Nintendo has painful slowdown. Now the Genesis version suffers from some really rough slowdown as well, but it's so much smoother, so much better. Same goes for Flashback. I prefer the sound in the Flashback version on the Genesis, definitely. But no question, the Super Nintendo takes the cake in presentation and sound, where the Genesis just, all it needs is gameplay. Gameplay is the most important part, especially in a game like this. These jumps, you gotta be precise. One thing I learned about this game is you can look at certain pixels on screen, and if you stand, you start to know certain places to stand and leap from to make those jumps. So we're coming down here. As a kid, figuring this out was a pain in the ass, because you can run around up top right now and be a little confused, but just reached the checkpoint too. I should probably mention some of the checkpoints, because the game is pretty fair with its checkpoints. So it's not to be discouraged for a new player that with a bit of progression and a bit of persistence, you will reach checkpoints. Infinite continues. Here, get nice and close, real close, and be quick and make your hops. I'm no expert at this game. Again, it was a huge accomplishment for me to beat this game without dying, because it's very easy to die. And, in all honesty, it wasn't that hard of a no-death run, given that I do know the game well. It wasn't that difficult, but it did require very specific inputs at very specific times. Now, this part coming up as a kid is pretty much where it came to the end as me. I never figured out in like 1992 or 93, playing with my buddy, to make that dragon fly around. I never figured that out. Or wait, maybe we did. It just took us forever, because I remember exiting with the water, but we didn't get much further than this. And if you use your gun unwisely, it can run out of ammo, charge. Here's for me now, an easy spot, but exiting when the water comes rushing, you gotta be quick and you gotta be precise. Now, the game gives you multiple tries. You can try as many times as you want. So this part's actually quite easy, because the checkpoint is very close to this action. So if this water kills you, you can just try again. Very close. Bow, 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 bow. Looked fun too, didn't it? So yeah, we're going to make our way up top now. There's a reason behind making that water flush. You could have come up here first, and you would discover, in this next screen, there'd be a waterfall here, and you could not get by it. That's your cue to kind of go down there and explore. Here's a good little trick. Jump at the end of the stairs. You can insta-kill that guy every time. You run down the stairs, walk slowly. You got to start getting in a fight with them. Pull your shields up, but you can quick time them. Here's another cool trick I recently discovered. Shoot and make the other guy come out. You would think 2 guys at the same time is no good, but I discovered that you can get the guy who's holding me right now to kill him. Bam. Get fucked. Get fucked, buddy. I love making him kill his own guy. That's awesome. So the firefights in this game are a little bit frustrating. I use 4 shields here. Better safe than sorry. I know there's guys who are about to surround me right now, so I pop up 4 shields, and I pop up 2. 4, because this guy, for some reason, is usually the one that kills me before the guy on the left. The guy on the right, sorry. So, boom. So epic. This game is so epic. So these guys are smart on how they move. He just made another shield, so I gotta move forward now, or I'm charging right now. Crispy! Mr. Crispy! Yeah, so now that it's all quiet, I always love saying Mr. Crispy every time you kill him, because you fry him to a crisp. So we're going to go back here. We're going to shoot that chandelier. Our buddy's up top. We ran past him recently. He was stuck there. He was pulling on something. So that's kind of your cue to pay attention. You're above him. You're below. I pop out here just to look at the world. Nothing more than that. So we freed Buddy now. He was in this tunnel below. And you'll see him in a second here. So he was just down below there. We shot the chandelier. He was able to get through. He just fell down there. He slid on down. I like how this game, it's you and your buddy, and you're progressing through this. You're working together as a team. And he's your only really hope. You have the gun, and he's the muscle. And it would make for an amazing movie. It really, really would. It'd make for a better modern game. If they were to extend and take a good level of imagination to increase on this game's journey and even further extend it past the length of this game, a modern game of this would be amazing. Love that. The way Lester's hair all just goes crazy. Wait till he comes to a standstill. I didn't know that. I always had to time it, and sometimes I would miss, and then you fuck it up, so. Right on his dome. It's just, I don't know, there's not enough good things I can say about this game, because its flaws and its shortcomings are what you see first. Its graphics. Back in the day, this game came off dated. When it was released, we were like, ooh, this seems dated. Like, the graphics didn't impress us at all. Flashbacks did, because it really cleaned it up and made it smoother and a little sharper. But, you compare this to Super Mario World, oh my god, this looks like ass. But there is a real charm to the way this game looks. It's very different. And that's what I like so much about it. It's just so incredibly unique and original. And they lacked originality back in the day. You think how many failed mascots there were, and people trying to... How many failed mascots there were to try to recapture what Mario and Sonic brought to the table. Unoriginal, uninspiring. Unfortunately, some games like this didn't get the love they deserved because, well, to a lot of young people back in the 90s, this didn't appeal to them. It was slow-paced. It was frustrating to start over. It was frustrating to figure out. This here is a very pixel-perfect jump. I'm looking at a white pixel right now and trying to get my shoe about 2 pixels away from that white pixel to make that perfectly. You try enough times, you figure it out. That I'll never die at that spot ever again because I just know that. But as a kid, that can be exhausting, right? And it just doesn't have the appeal that, say, Contra would have. Or Castlevania. And I get that. But I like that Genesis reverb there. Almost want like a bass guitar. Just and just set the reverb real high. The swimming. It's swimming. It just adds to his journey. He looks pretty shitty. Oh, Lester Knight swimming away. And it's funny too. I'm kind of like going through this pretty quickly. What's funny is I could upload this to speedruns.com right now. It would be the third fastest Genesis run. Mind you, first and second have me beat by like 8-9 minutes, but I don't care. I want to include everything, and you know, I really do. I take my time with this run. Got to know the charge shot here. Kind of unfair, but just got to know to do that. So these lasers are not to be worried about as long as you're running. If you stop and smell the roses, they're going to kill you instantly. You got to get to the end here, turn to your left, shield, 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 and just be patient. We're literally getting to the final stages of the game now. Fun little part coming up to our... I say it's risky because I would prefer to be a little further away from them. I'm a little too left right now, where I should be a little more closer to the right, the end of the tunnel, because they'll inch towards you. They definitely will. And the slowdown can make the firefights kind of tedious and kind of obnoxious, but once you figure it out, it's okay. Bam, bam, bam. I like this. They shoot some rocks. You can hear them go, ah! They shoot some rocks up and they take themselves out. It's just charm. It's just, I don't know. It's just, you gotta, if you're a gamer, play through this game for a unique, engaging, enthralling experience. There's nothing quite like it other than Flashback, which is also by Delphine Software. Blackthorn a little bit. Hard spot coming up. Actually, the hardest spot is for a no-death run, in my opinion. I gotta run back and turn and not fall off the edge. Pull up a shield before they blast you. Not easy to do. I know better gamers can do it smoother, and they jump forward and pop the guys quick, but maybe with the 20-year anniversary that runs better, but on the Genesis, I like to play it safe. And you gotta step past your shield too. If you make a shield, don't shoot from behind it. You're not gonna shoot past your shield. So make a shield, put your arm in front of it, then shoot at him. That looks kind of cool. You gotta stick this guy up. Chase him in and pull your gun on him. When you pull your gun, that door up top will get closed. That's important. I like the stained glass. Okay, so you might not even notice that guy on the left right now behind this door because the graphics are not out of this world. But we're going to make 2 shields just for protection. We're going to blow up the wall and let him roll 4 bombs down the stairs and then dust them. I have a theory that this game was called Out of This World because in America, North America, there was a soap opera called Another World that ran from 1964 to 1999. So I think when they brought the game Another World over to North America, they're like, maybe we can call it a little something different because we do have at the time a very popular daytime soap opera called Another World, and maybe they felt people would get confused or, you know, just to avoid any kind of bullshit, they just said, hey, change the name. So I know the game as Out of This World. I prefer the name Out of This World because you really are out of this world. They mean the same. Oh, here, important spot. I'm inching on the D-pad. Tap, tap. I'm in the darkness. Tap, tap. Very slowly. I wait, too. 1 tap. Because now I'm right at an edge. If you just hold the D-pad, you'll walk right off and die. You got to get over, pull the lever to let the space bears out. Now the space bears are loose. All turmoil's going fucking crazy. Because if you don't let those space bears out, you'll just fall down and those guys will shoot you. It's so atmospheric. This game is so enthralling. That music is just wild. You can't die there. Very easy spot. You just step out. You cannot die at that spot. So you and Buddy, you're regrouped yet again. Cool part coming up. I remember the first time I got here, I just thought how wicked it was. I really feel like Attack of the Clones took a little something from this. I don't know. They probably drew inspiration from many other places. It's just my quality. What do you want? Looks like shit. I can't even see his face right now. It'll appear. Wait, can I not see his face? If you play, you'll see his face in that window. This looks nice, though. Okay, so now you're in the machine. You just gotta hit buttons. Hit buttons, other lights come on. You don't know how to work this sand crawler. Come on, just go! Ah, get the white light, good. All right, we're fucking out of here. I love that. There's a realism to that. Lester doesn't know how to drive this fucking thing, so just hit everything until something works. I almost die here. This isn't the hardest fight. There's much harder fights throughout the game. This one, those, by the way, the lasers from the foreground can't hurt you. They're there just for charm and look and, pizzazz. But yeah, as this fight unwinds, we are far too close. I have to make the decision quickly to step past his force field and just smoke him.
A little closer than I'd like it to be.
Way too close. He makes it. Look how close. So now I know what I got to do.
Nice.
Ha!
That was close.
I had to. Bam! He just breaks through that stained glass window. I'm back, motherfucker! Oh, and then they shoot the ground out. I love this part. Like, you actually feel for Lester here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man, that dude is like 400 pounds muscle, 8 feet tall. He just one arm smacks you at full force. And these two just ground and pound. Just fucking smashing each other like fucking hairless space apes. Fucking space gorilla men. You crawling your way over, basically dead. You're probably paralyzed. Ah! Just fuck, I can't even walk. Imagine if these guys lifted. Maybe they do lift, and that's why they're that jacked. That's not Buddy. You gotta pull that lever. Open up the hatch. Crawl backwards. I didn't know to crawl backwards at first, and I got shot. I got shot and killed. And that's game.
Let's go. Let's go. There was a time where I never, ever thought I'd be able to do that. Especially in the early 90s when I could barely get underground in the game. This game is a true masterpiece. Beyond atmospheric. Just enthralling.
Atmospheric.
Just, no game would make a better movie than Out of This World. A scientist by the name of Lester Knight messing around with his particle accelerator, working the late shift, burning the midnight oil during a lightning storm to get sucked into this crazy world that I can only guess is a moon of Jupiter. The end. What a beautiful, beautiful game. Honest to God. Never had the privilege of playing the sequel, Heart of the Alien. Sadly, I do know Lester Knight dies in the very, very early stages of Heart of the Alien, which was on Sega CD back in the day, but this game has always had a very special place in my heart. It's one of the big three, as I call it. The big three being Flashback, my favorite, Out of This World, my second favorite, and Blackthorn, my third favorite of these style of games. There's obviously games like Prince of Persia, and Less of the Unlikely, and even Pocahontas for the Sega Genesis that all mimic this similar style. But the big three are Out of This World, Flashback, and Blackthorn. And as far as atmosphere goes, there's just something very special about this game. So thank you for watching. If you've never played it, give it a try. It's slow, it's clunky, it's a little stiff and dated. There was a modern version that was released, but I suggest everyone plays and beats Out of This World at least once. So with that being said, I'm going to let the story play before you start the game that I didn't play at the start. So I'll just leave it to that.
I also heard the original creator of this game wasn't involved with Heart of the Alien.
To yourself to play it and beat it.
You do. If you're a gamer, you owe it to yourself to play and beat this game.
I'm using a period of rest to record some information. I am separated from my companion. We owe each other our lives. I know how to live being lost in this maze underground. It goes by way too quick for this illiterate bastard to read. How do they do that? Seriously. So here we are. This is what we want. Lester pulling up in his Ferrari. Shitty graphics, but there's such a charm to them. Flashback by Delphine Software obviously looks a lot better. And I must say, you gotta play it on the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo if you're gonna play Out of This World or Flashback. It just runs that much smoother and that much quicker. In a game that's already sluggish and has a good amount of slowdown at certain points of the game, you're gonna want to play the faster, better version. And for some reason, the Super Nintendo sound is terrible in both versions as well. They just got like butchered versions of it. It does look so stupid though. But there's a real charm to it. It just looks so fucked up though. Such a creative idea. Just literally just genius. Like lightning in a bottle of a game. Like you think of how many people have never played and beat this game, but it has such a strong cult following. It lets you know that it truly is an outstanding game. Copyright 1990. Did I say Peanut Butter? Peanut Corporation? Yeah. This particle accelerator. What they have in, in Zurich, Switzerland? They have a great hand-drawn collider, which is the particle accelerator in Switzerland. Lightning strikes. He would never drive his Ferrari again. Sucked into a world that we do not know where it is. Could you imagine? It's such an amazing story. Such an amazing story. He would never see Earth again. He'd go through the adventure I just played and die in the sequel. How tragic. Thanks for watching my No Death Run Out of This World, guys.